Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another update on what we are doing for the 2018-2019 school year. If you're new here, my name is Rachel. I have two boys. My youngest is 5 and he goes to a 3-day-a-week church preschool, and then my oldest is in 1st grade. This is our 2nd year of homeschooling. Now, if you are new here, also, last year for kindergarten, we did the full Abacus K5 program and I absolutely loved it. I would recommend it to almost anyone. It's an excellent, excellent program. So we thought, we loved K5 so much, let's order 1st grade. Well, what I didn't know is how long 1st grade would take every day. Not just the seat work and everything, but the videos. And I realized also that K5 is a half-day kindergarten, which I think is very good. And 1st grade is a full day. And there is no reason, in my opinion, especially for an active little boy, to sit at a desk and watch a video for literally 6 hours a day and then do seat work. And it was kind of killing all of our flexibility. And flexibility is one of the reasons why we started homeschooling. And so we made a switch about October-ish, I want to say, and we started using a program called Heart of Dakota. And we did that until January. We did a program called Little Hearts for His Glory, which is, I believe, for ages 5 to 7. And then my last homeschool update in January, I can link that below. I'll list my whole homeschool playlist in the description box. But literally 3 days after not after I filmed it, but after I posted it, we made another change. And so this is what this video is going to be about. We actually made the switch from Little Hearts for His Glory to Beyond Little Hearts for His Glory. And this is a called from the company Heart of Dakota. And I've talked about this a little bit in the past. It is a unit study. You have your lesson plans already done. So all of the basic things that you need it's open and go. It's wonderful. Now you'll see here in a minute, I do make my own lesson plans, and that's because I do supplement a little bit. But Beyond Little Hearts for His Glory is for ages 6 to 8. And I found that Little Hearts for His Glory, which is for 5 to 7, was a little bit too babyish for him. I could tell as we worked through it. I think we got about 9 weeks in. And I realized we were ready for more. So we switched to Beyond Little Hearts for His Glory. We are in week 12, I believe, and it has all of the subjects right here. So you need to prepare, make sure you have all of your materials and everything ready, but it's history, poetry and rhymes, Bible study, science. This box right here alternates between science, artistic expression, dramatic play, and another one. I can't remember, but it rotates, so it's something different every day. There's story time or read aloud. And then these 3 things are language arts, phonics, and math. And that's where they allow you to choose your own curriculum for that. So for the basis of everything, we do Beyond Little Hearts for His Glory. I can link Heart of Dakota in the description box below if you'd like to learn more about them. This guide is pretty expensive, but I got this and Little Hearts for His Glory on eBay for, I think this one was $13. It has, seen better days, but it's perfect. It's just fine. There are some books that go along with Beyond Little Hearts for His Glory, and one of them is Stories of the Pilgrims. And we read through this every day, and this doesn't serve as our read aloud, but I do read it aloud because, he's not gonna be able to read something like that. But I'm really enjoying it. I have to make sure I check my own knowledge of history before I read this aloud to him, make sure everything is, because you know how some history curriculums are. They kind of want you to lean in a certain way, even though history is history. Sometimes it's sugar-coated, or I hope you know what I'm saying. But this is a read aloud, and one thing I like about this is that it does not use baby language. It uses kind of flowery language and really good descriptions, which is so important for these young developing readers to hear, not just to see, but to hear. I feel like gives them a more well-rounded view of what they're learning. So there's this. This is American Patriots or Pioneers and Patriots, and it also goes along with it, and depending on the plan, sometimes we'll read from stories of the Pilgrims for like 2 weeks, and then we'll get into this for a week or two. And there's another book. Hang on. Okay, I think we spent about a week in this, Boys and Girls of Colonial Days, and it's kind of the same way, but it's got some cute pictures. This is all from Christian Liberty Press. They're very like no frills. So I don't know if you would like that or not, but I really like what I've seen so far from these, and it's got like comprehension questions in the back, and I'm really enjoying it. I love history. So Heart of Dakota takes care of our reading about history. You see I have memory verses up here that we work on those each week. It coordinates with Steve Green's old like 88 to 90, like 1988 to 1990 CDs called Hide 'Em in Your Heart. I grew up on those. It helped me to memorize scripture, and I love being able to use that for my boys. But yeah, there's scripture memory, there's history, there's science, there is the Bible study, there's they call it kind of a poetry and rhymes, and all of that is in the Heart of Dakota book in the appendix. All the spelling words are there too. It's so great. I can't recommend it enough. But for reading, phonics, and math, language, all that, we do our own thing for that. And after kind of going back and forth on Abacus seemed to kind of run away with him. The readers, in my opinion, have way too much text on a page for a brand new reader. It can be overwhelming. He would turn a page and just be like, this is too much. And so what I started doing was actually sitting with him on my lap and reading the Beginner's Bible. And I got this on eBay for about $4 or $5, and it's in perfect condition. And I feel like the original Beginner's Bible had big text and very short sentences. So when I got this, I was a little disappointed. I thought it was going to be more of an easy reader, but it shows these simple stories. And this isn't what I would normally read to them as like a read aloud in the morning. The Jesus Storybook Bible, I think, is better for that, but this is great for a young reader. So what we do is every day we'll open to a story, and he'll sit on my lap, and it's really annoying, I'm sure, to hear from the other room, but I read it and point to each word as I read it. God was not pleased, so he changed the main river to blood. So he can see each one of those words, and he sits on my lap and looks at the words. So that way he's getting something that's a little bit beyond his reading level, but just a little bit, but he's hearing me say it while I'm pointing to the words. And again, these are, if not all stories, then most stories that he knows. So he's already familiar with it. And this is just a great Bible story book to have anyway. So I highly recommend this. Now see these back here? Love them. These are Bob books. And I had several people recommend these to me. And I am so glad that I finally just said, okay, fine, I'll try them. Because getting Caleb to read and enjoy reading was really wearing on me. And I was like, I'll never read. It's never gonna happen. But y'all, they'll learn. They'll learn. Keep working with them. They will learn. But the Bob books are fabulous. I don't know, honestly, I don't know how many collections of these they have. We have, the blue one is 1, this is 2, and the red one is 3. And we're in 2. We're currently going through these books for the 3rd time. And on Amazon, they're like $14.99 for this box of books. But at Costco, it's $10.99 for a box. And it doesn't just come in a box you'd rip apart. It comes in one of these. It's a really high quality box, and this has 18 books in it, and in the front there's a book of stickers. So every time he finishes a book, we put a sticker in it, and so in the back he can look at it and say, I've read through this book 3 times. But they go in an order that I think is genius. Well, they will, especially in the first collection, it starts out with most of the collection of the first collection of books are all short vowel words, just very easy. In the second, you get more into sentences, quotations, punctuation, like exclamation marks, things that are besides like a period. There will be, like I said, quotation marks. There will be said, but they're just simple. 0 to 10, floppy mop. There's one about lollipops. And so they learn to see different kinds of sentences. And let me just open one for you. Now this is book 7 out of, I believe, 18 in here. So you turn the page and it's simple drawings, simple text, 1, sometimes 2 lines of text. And I found for him, one of the biggest problems was that he was getting overwhelmed by too much text on a page. And I get that. I totally get that. And so I would highly, highly, highly recommend this. I should do like a full dedicated review once I've been in these longer. But like I said, we're going through the second collection of books for the 3rd time right now. And once I feel like he's got a good grip on these, we'll move on to the 3rd one. And it says these are all for ages 4 and up because kids learn it at all different ages. So it's not like 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, etc. You just figure out where your kid fits and buy that one. But again, I would highly recommend also to get them at Costco. It's a better value, $10.99 for all the books and these nice boxes. Okay, math. So we started with Abacus and it was okay. It was, like I said, running away from him a little bit. And so we moved on to a math curriculum that I've talked about before called Right Start Math. And I do like this a lot, but I wanted to try something a little bit different. So we still pull out this, the Abacus, which I love. It's a great, great teaching tool. It's more than just something fun to do. I mean, it is fun, but we do like Right Start Math. But I was finding it was taking me a little long and it maybe wasn't as fun as we thought it was gonna be. We're not quitting this at all, but we just kind of took a break and went in a bit of a different direction. We decided to give Life of Fred a try. Again, I think this will require a separate full review, but this is Life of Fred. If you don't know what Life of Fred is, it is a math curriculum that is told in story form. It's about a boy named Fred. He's 5 years old and he teaches at Kitchens University. He teaches arithmetic. And I love this. We're kind of flying through it. The first book is called Apples. It starts with an A, and the second one is Butterflies. The next one is Cats and Dogs, and I can't remember what the E is. I don't remember what the E is, but anyway, it's cheap. This was $14.40 at the Homeschool conference, and I bought Apples and Butterflies. And we're actually going to be finished with this one about 2 or 3 weeks before we go back to the Homeschool conference to get more. So we'll probably be in Right Start Math for a few weeks. But we're loving this. It's a story. It's a silly story. And it kind of teaches math through a story of word problems. And it doesn't just teach math. We were learning about, like in apples, we learned about deciduous trees versus evergreen trees. We learned about weather. We learned about, what do you call it, when displacement, like in water, when you put something in water, how the level of water will rise. Things like that you wouldn't expect. This past week, we've learned a lot about astronomy and constellations. We've learned about art. We've learned about science. But it is more than anything a math curriculum. This is the second book, and they have an elementary series, and it even goes up, I think, into calculus. So don't ask me about that because I don't know. But he's already being introduced to algebra in a fun, non-threatening way. So I don't know if this will work as a standalone curriculum, math curriculum forever, but we're gonna stick with it because as long as it's fun and he's growing and learning, hey, I'm there. So that is everything. I did want to touch real quick because I got some questions. If you follow me on Instagram, I have shown some stories about planning, doing my homeschool planning on Sunday nights. That's when I do my lesson plans. And I can do a full plan with me video if you ever want to see that. I don't know if I've ever done one with an actual planner, but I don't use anything fancy for a homeschool planner, guys. This is a $5 teacher's plan book from Lakeshore Learning. It's undated, so you can use it anytime, but just to open to a random week, this was last week of February. I only have one child, so when I have two children, I'll probably use two different colors of ink. That's probably about it. But yeah, I just write out in each subject what we'll be doing. If we're completely following the Heart of Dakota, like what's in the little box for that day, I'll just write the word box. So I just follow what's in there. I do a lot of extra songs and memorization in addition to what Heart of Dakota has, because I know my kids are capable of that. So I'll add in some other things like 50 Nifty and Presidents. So we'll sing our 50 Nifty United States and our President's song. And we'll review our old verses, our new verses, kind of everything at the same time. So again, it is not fancy, but it works for me. I think I bought a bunch of them several years ago because I used to use them for my health coaching job, but I have too many participants now to use this as a health coaching book. So I have a bunch of these and I'm gonna plan on using them until I run out. But yeah, this is what this week looks like. We're on Tuesday, and tomorrow, this is kind of a little preview of what may be to come. Tomorrow we are going to a Classical Conversations open house. I can't believe it, but we are considering using Classical Conversations next year as our main curriculum, so pray for us as we make some very expensive decisions. Okay, it could be a lot worse, but anyway, so we don't have school tomorrow because from 9:15 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. we'll be at CC. So we doubled up a little bit today. But this is my basic homeschool planner, nothing fancy, works for me. So I hope you enjoyed this video today. Oh my goodness, I've been flapping my gums for a long time now. I apologize for that, but I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you did, be sure to give me a thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel, be sure to hit that red subscribe button if you'd like to see more. If you have a specific homeschool video that you would like to see from me, please leave that in the comment section below because I would love to have some ideas. I have my own ideas, but I kind of also want to know what you guys want to see. So I hope you're having a great day today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.